the challenges. What if you stopped taking medication?
When I was 16, my boyfriend convinced me to stop taking my medication.
I don't think you need it anymore.
So I quit cold turkey. That was a mistake. I became severely ill from quitting so abruptly. I was tired, I couldn't get out of bed, I felt nauseous, and I had really bad headaches. I went back on medication to relieve those symptoms, and eventually I weaned myself off of them, and I felt good about doing that.
But medication can be helpful. It allowed me to start on a more level playing field instead of feeling like I was starting in a hole.
For me, medication helped cure my symptoms, but only self-acceptance and making healthier choices helped cure my depression.
My sophomore year in high school, I wanted to die every day. Suicidal thoughts bled into everything I did and thought. For example, I would think, yeah, it would be great to go get a pizza today. But do you know what sounds even better? Dying. I don't know what stopped me. I guess I just had no motivation, and that included the motivation to kill myself. I always showed up to school every day because it was the path of least resistance. I always showed up, didn't pay attention, and got terrible grades. But I was there. I would walk in circles around the school hallways every morning. I would come in through the front door, walk down the main level hallway, walk up the stairs, walk down the second level hallway, walk back down the stairs, and start the circle again. Again and again, until the bell rang. Every time I passed the bathroom, I thought of the possibilities. There were no security cameras in there, and it usually wasn't busy. I could go into one of the stalls and hang myself with my sweater. I got the same thoughts when I walked the stairways. There were railings. I could bring a rope in my backpack and pull it out when no one was around. It would be so easy. Just tie it on and hop off. I thought what people would do. I wondered, would anybody see it coming? I wondered what people saw when they looked at me doing the same thing every day. I wondered, did somebody notice? I guess not. Nobody ever said anything. They either didn't notice or they didn't care, and either way, that didn't help. Along with walking the bathroom and the stairwell, I would walk past the counseling center a couple times too. And a new idea started to form in the back of my head, and it was different from the ones I'd had before. I could go see the counselor. It would be something interesting. At the very least, it would be a change of scenery. I figured I could kill myself at any time. I might as well go get help first and see if that does anything. So, without thinking about it too much more, I walked into the counseling office. I didn't even stop in the waiting room. I just walked straight back to her door. It was open, so I just walked in. She had a kind, familiar face, and a build like a rock climber, lean but strong. She looked up at me and smiled.
Hi, Charles. What can I help you with?
Okay, I have never been good about beating around the bush, so I just came out with it. I have a problem. I'm suicidal. We sat across from each other and we started talking. We talked about me, what I'd been through, how she thought she could help, and I did feel something as we spoke. I felt relieved. Relieved that something was changing. Whether or not it would, I had no idea at the time, but it was just nice to see that something was happening. Because up until that point, nothing had ever changed.
I'm Taylor. This year I will be 16. Also this year I will play the role of Macbeth in the play of the same name by William Shakespeare. This will be my 9th show. I first felt depression somewhere around the 9th grade. School can be hard at times. But when I'm on stage, things aren't so hard. Shakespeare and words I just get. I understand them. And I love acting because the feeling I get during the final scene, when my friends and I come off stage to give our final bows, and we run off yelling and cheering. That is the best feeling in the entire world. I'm not sure if the depression came first or the bad grades and then the depression, but I want people to know that things do get better. When I'm depressed and I'm crying, I listen to my favorite band, 5 Seconds of Summer. I love 5 Seconds of Summer almost as much as I love acting. Although music doesn't make the depression go away, I know that it helps me. I know that this band most likely doesn't even know that I exist, but when I hear their music, I feel as if they know me. They know what I've been through. And when I need support, I go to my best friend, Kayla. I met her in piano class, and she actually introduced me to 5 Seconds of Summer. It really helps to have someone there to support you. Although depression can be hard at times, I have many things and ways that get me through it. And I know that I have many more lines to learn and lyrics to memorize, and depression can't keep me from that.
My journey with depression began when I was 7 years old, during what I call the hiding years. At the time, my 14-year-old brother began to molest me, to abuse me, and to make me satisfy him sexually. This lasted 5 or so years. The depression came to me, but not how you would think. I never actually related it to any of the abuse. I dealt with depression pretty well, or so I thought. I was a resilient little girl. And I had friends, books. I would come home from school each day, and while I waited for my mom to get home from her shift as a nurse, I hid in the storage room. 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, I sat between shelves, nestled in a beanbag chair with a frog quilt. There I met new friends. Jo March, Ramona Quimby, Christy Thomas, Molly Lennox, and other strong, mighty girls in literature. As an adult, when I found myself a young mother, walking through the heartache of 4 consecutive miscarriages, I found my depression had come back. Those days were so dark and intense, I didn't even try to silence the inner voices that told me to just end it all. I didn't even feel the pain of it all. I just wanted to bleed. My faith saved me. I am religious, and in the scriptures that I somehow managed to cling to, I found solace for a few minutes each day. It was as if the sun showed slightly through the haze of smog and pollution that filled my life's skies, and thank heavens I had the sense to write. I wrote through the pain. I wrote horrible, ugly, frightening, unattractive things, but my words slowly began to reference my faith, the scriptures I had read, and what I started to call snapshot moments. A snapshot moment, I told myself, was when I saw a flutter of bliss in my life. They were rare, bookended on both sides with depression, but the more I noticed them, the more I wrote them down, and the more there seemed to be. These moments became beacons that led me back to a life with color. 2 of my children sitting at the table, helping each other with math homework. Click. The golden October sun hitting my daughter's caramel-colored hair as I walked behind her. Click. The thick, black lashes of a sleeping baby resting gently on her flushed cheek. Click. The hottest shower my skin could take. Click. A passage in a book that seemed written for me, as if the author knew I would be looking for it. Click. A little voice from behind me saying sweetly, moments became oases in a dry, parched wilderness. I am learning that my faith, my writing, and my love of learning are keys that allow me to stand in the light. I have learned that I can and should share my voice and speak about my experiences because the light, it feels amazing.
We all want to find that light, but there are different ways of getting there.
I found I have the courage to say, I need to do something about this. Keep working. I can do something about this.
My solution? People. Talking. Medication. Awareness. Reading. And most importantly, love.
I got a wonderful dog, Smiley. She helps me to go outside for the first time and to stop having panic attacks in public. She helps me get up in the morning and get started. I would do anything for her because she's my companion while I learn how to take care of myself.
For me, it's about the grace of Jesus Christ and that he came to reconcile humanity with God. Even though I had made a lot of poor choices, and even though those actions were what I did, they weren't who I am. Those actions did not define me. Jesus came to separate me from all that garbage. Because of him, I could recreate my life. I could enjoy myself again. I learned I could love myself again.
I am a lesbian and always have been. I decided to embrace my sexuality. The moment I did that, I felt myself conquer my depression. My friends and family accepted me for who I truly was. And I was able to love myself. There is a light in my life now. Take hold of life, cherish it, and never take it for granted.
Value your health, esteem your loved ones.
Life is so short. Love is the key. Love is the answer.
Cling to it, harbor it, never lose sight of it.
Hold fast to the simple things. Fresh air, flowers, and sunshine.
And forget not the value of a friend.
And forget not the value of you.
I am far from the only person in this valley to struggle with depression, but I am also far from the only person in this valley who wants to help.
I have learned to never give up and keep searching for answers. I have also learned it is important to refrain from judging others and comparing yourself to them. Each day is a new beginning, something to be grateful for.
My body is just the vase for the flowers that are my soul. And to protect my flowers, I promise not to shatter my vase. After all, I am enough, and I will always be enough.
Where there is help, there is hope. That's my motto.
My life is worth living, and so is yours. I am learning to love myself.
Today is the beginning of all my tomorrows.
Within, I have a spark that lights up the dark. A spark that will ignite a fire to burn all the pain and suffering from the forests of decaying self-esteem and bitterness that live inside me. Glow, spark. Light the fire within. Free me from the darkness.